Hey guys, so in this video, I wanted to talk about a friendship I had. And I talked about it in my previous videos. That I talked about me dreaming about the whole situation that happened and how we fell out. But then I want to tell the real story about how it happened. So back when I was in college, I met this dude, right? Like there was twins, both of them. So automatically we just became friends because we just resonated. The way things played out, we just resonated, and it was all good. Like it was all love, great vibes. Because I gravitated towards one of the other twins because we had the same vices, so it was easier getting along. And the other one, he had no vices that we partook in, so it was just mutual love still. But then I was closer with the other one, so we became friends. We would always, just do things together and shit like that. And I never got to realize the friendship never grew beyond us doing the vices together, but I never noticed it. So we'd always just get together. And we was roommates. That's the crazy thing. Like, my room was beside their room in college, so it was just easier just stepping out and I just be in front of their room. So it was just easier to just connect and do whatever we wanted to do. So that kept going on all through the period I was in college, And that happened like a couple years later. They got an apartment outside of college, outside of campus. So I'd always go there and I'll spend the night, I'll spend a couple days there, spend the weekend, chill, just do the same vices still. And that was pretty much the only thing, because in hindsight, he would always tell me, oh yeah, my creative skills, this and that. If he had my skills, he would do certain things, But then I didn't piece the puzzle at that time, the fact that he was hinting at the fact that he wanted to have what I have. Because he would tell me, oh, you're so talented, bro. If I was you, every girl I see, like, I'll draw them just to get with them, like things like that. But I never paid attention to it because I was always just doing me. I was still oblivious at that time to everything that was going on. But then he would always just tell me things that he feels I can do with my skills. Making it seem like if it was him, he would do them, that I'm not utilizing my skills to the best way possible. So that happened still. I never paid attention to that. We still was friends. We was friends still. Then I graduated because I was a year ahead. Then I graduated and I went back home because we was in college in a different state. So when I graduated, I went back home and we didn't hang out for like a couple years, like 2 years. And within that period, I noticed like it wasn't the same anymore, because I would always be the one like calling and checking up on them and shit like that. Because I don't know, I was just like that. Because if I fuck with you, I fuck with you 100%. I'm a loyal person, so I just felt like, yeah, these my niggas still. I'm always ride or die regardless. If I don't hear from them, I would always, reach out to them still like that. So fast forward a couple of years, we linked up again. And shit, we went to the same college again for like a master's and shit, because we did undergrad. So when we graduated, we connected again one time, and they're like, oh, they're finna go do masters in certain places. I'm like, shit, bet, put me on. And they put me on, and we all came, same school, doing the masters and stuff. But then I started to notice the change in energy, like when we started the new school. The fact that we haven't seen each other in about 2-3 years, so when we linked up again, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same, because I just felt the shift in energy. But we still, still kicking. Like, yeah, still participate in the same vices and stuff like that. And along the line, he kind of met a girl, and he met a girl. They got together, they got married and shit like that. Shit, congrats to you, bro. Like, congrats. I was happy for him. I met the girl. I felt like it was through genuine love and shit like that. So over time, I started noticing he wasn't fucking with me the way I was fucking with him as much. So, when I call him, he wouldn't pick up the phone. He wouldn't call me back. He would probably call me back like 2-3 days later. When he wanted to like hang out and shit like that, then he would come, go again, same. So it was just like that. And I never still paid attention to it, because I'm like, bro, still giving him the benefit of doubt because I've known him for a long time. So I'm like, I understand things happen. You have a family now, you have this and that. So understood, man. Like respect still. And we would still hang out a couple times, and he would always want to do certain things, and he would call me, yo, come along, I'm finna do this, let's go do that. And I'm like, bet, because I wasn't doing nothing at that time apart from having classes and stuff like that. Apart from after classes, I'd just be chilling at the dorm. So it would always hit me up like, bro, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, shit, let's do it. Till it just got to a certain point where the energy shifted so drastically, like it was so drastic because I started like becoming more aware of situations. I noticed like apart from devices we was participating in together, we had literally nothing to talk about, and he would only just talk about his situation and what he's going through with the new life. And I'm like, shit, that's what a friend's for, right? Like give him advice and shit. When he was going through a situation where he was scared about certain situations not working out for him, I'd always be there, just motivating him, just being there, just listening to him, because at that point we was the only ones, we knew each other, like we was close based on our previous relationship from college. So I felt like it's still genuine love, but then I felt the shift in energy at first. Mind you, I already had a dream about him backstabbing me back in college, but I never paid attention to it. I just felt like it was just a random dream. Till fast back to what I was saying, like, yeah, we'd always just kick it. Till, I don't know, the energy just became so weird, like, it became so weird to the point where I could feel it. It wasn't necessarily something he had to say, I just could feel it. And the one incident that started it, but then I didn't take note of it, was when I got this hoodie. Like literally when I got this hoodie, I showed him like, oh, this is what I got, check it out. At the end of the day, when I showed him and I wasn't paying attention, like we just started, talking about a lot of things. A couple of days later, I realized I couldn't find this hoodie no more, and there was the only person I showed. I showed him and his twin brother the hoodie. Then I'm like, bro, I know I got this hoodie, I know I bought this hoodie, I know I kept this hoodie, but I can't find it still. Then I asked his twin brother, like, bro, I'm trying to find this hoodie, and I showed only both of you. Do you know where it is? And he's like, no. I'm like, could your brother have taken it? And he's like, yeah, he took it. And I'm like, bro, that nigga stole from me. Like, he literally stole from me. And I called him and I asked him about it, like, bro, like his twin brother already told me, bro, he took it. And I called him, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to find this hoodie. You know where it is? And he straight up denied it. Then I called him out, like, bro, why the fuck are you lying, bro? Like, your bro just told me you took this shit, bro. Like, why the fuck you still lying, bro? And he switched it up and he started getting mad at me for calling him out. Like, why would I talk to him like that? Like, like, why would I talk to him like that? Because he took my hoodie, he was gonna return it, this and that. I'm like, nigga, if you was gonna return it, you would have returned that shit before I called you. And even when I asked you at first, you still denied it. So you definitely stole that shit. And we kept going back and forth, and he hung up the phone on me because he was pissed for me calling him out. Then that situation happened. Then a couple days later, he brought back the hoodie. He didn't even apologize. He didn't even do nothing, bro. He just dropped that shit and he drove off. Then bet. Then I felt like, shit, I'ma just do me regardless, bro. Like, I don't care about, because I always just, at that time, I started getting my confidence. So I'm like, shit, I just do me. Then a couple days later, he calls me. Then we squash it up, back, shit happens, I'm like, bet, let's do it. Then we went back to the situation of when I called him, he wouldn't pick up the phone, he wouldn't text me back and shit like that. So he started feeling like that animosity started growing, but then I didn't even pay attention to it. So one day he just told me like, bro, let's go hang out, cause he wanted to do certain things since like he wants me to come along. Mind you, he already met a girl that he got married to. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's making time for us to hang out again. That's after the whole hoodie incident. Then we started hanging out. Then we went on what he said I should follow him to. And we was kicking it, bro. Then all of a sudden, he goes to meet up with a couple girls, bro. Like, huh? Like, nigga, ain't you married and shit? Then we was in a hotel room, and it was two of them and two of us. And he started doing whatever he wanted to do with the other one. And he wanted me to like two-time the whole situation, like two men and shit. But then I wasn't fucking with it because, bro, I don't know these people from nowhere, bro. You just told me, bro, come along, I'm finna go do this. So you don't expect me to just, fuck with some random chick you met online just because you want to do your thing, bro. Then that whole situation happened because literally the whole vibe just got fucked up because I wasn't fucking with it, I wasn't jacking it. And it just escalated, it started escalating in the subtlest way possible. Then we started going back and forth, and I'm like, bro, I'm finna go get this. Let's go drive and go get that. And he's like, oh, if you wanna go get what you wanna get, it has to be, like an extra drive and this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's dead it. I'ma just go back home and get what I wanna get. Then the girls we was with, they're like, oh, they could help us get what we wanna get. And I'm like, bro, I'm perfectly fine just going back home, bro. Like, since you said it's gonna take extra time to go get it, I'm perfectly fine just going home, let's just go. Then the girls start convincing us, like, bro, they can help us. Then bet he listened to them, bro. And when we got to where the girl said he was gonna help us get what we wanna get, I just was chilling still, I just was chilling still. He was doing his thing with her or whatever they was doing. I was just chilling by myself. Then it started taking a long time. Like, it was supposed to just be get to where we wanted to get what we want to get and leave. But then the person they wanted to get it from wasn't available, so they had to wait. So it started prolonging. We waited like hours there just waiting for nothing, bro. Then he's like, damn, I should have listened to you, bro. Like, we should have went back home and got that shit. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I told you, bro. And he's like, oh, he was only doing that because of me. Then I'm like, what? Like, I told you already I was perfectly fine go back home to get this shit, bro. Don't make it seem like you did this because of me, bro. You made the choice. Then he starts, this is where he got crazy. Then he starts saying shit like, oh, it's gonna cut me off. It's gonna cut me off that I'm becoming too, I can't even remember some bullshit he said, bro. He's like, he's gonna cut me off. Then we start arguing in front of the girls. But then they're like, oh, y'all good? And when they start noticing it was getting heated, they're like, yeah, we straight. Then we ended up didn't getting what we wanted to get, and we had to leave. So the whole ride back home, we start going back and forth like, yo, like, this all you, like, this and that. Like, I told you already I was perfectly fine going back home to get this shit, bro. But you wanted to wait just because you wanted to be with them girls still. And I was perfectly fine just leaving, bro. Then when he seen that he had nothing to hold on to and their situation was his fault, he started bringing up situations from when he was in college that happened. He started saying all the hate he had in his heart for me. Started saying things like, oh, he wishes I never come up, that if I come up, it feels like I'm gonna shit on him, or I'm a terrible person, this and that he has a responsibility, he has a family, he has a wife, bro, that he's just doing me a favor, being my friend and shit like that. I'm like, bro, you had to say all this just because you wanted to make a point. I didn't say nothing back though, because when we was having the arguments prior to that, I already said my piece. So him saying his piece was him trying to win the argument. And when he said everything he said, I ain't say nothing back. I ain't say nothing, bro. And I'm like, bet, I already hear you, bro. I ain't no reason going back and forth anymore. So you already said your mind, so that's perfectly fine. Then when he noticed I kept quiet when he said everything he said, then he's like, oh, the main reason I said that was because you said, I'm like, bro, I don't care about that shit, bro. You already said everything you wanted to say, and I know how you really feel about me. And the whole situation, the whole car ride, because he got so heated, he parked in the middle of the road. He was driving and I was in the passenger. He parked in the middle of the road just to say everything he said to me, you know, just because he wanted to be right. By all means, he said everything in the middle of the road at like 9 p.m., not 10 p.m. On the highway, bro. Like, bro, that makes no fucking sense, bro, because he wanted to be right. Because I didn't say nothing back, because he could have said, get out of my car, and I'll be stranded over on the road. So I was like, bet, you already said what you said. Let it be, let it be. And when we got to, you know, my destination, I just left, you know, and I never spoke to him again. And I was still friends with his twin brother. And I realized definitely they're twins, you know, so they'll definitely stick with each other. So I felt like that was a lose-lose situation for me. And I started noticing, I tried staying friends with the twin brother as well, but then I started noticing too, you know, like I'll tell him about shit I'm doing or what I'm going through. He would just listen, you know, he wouldn't help me with it, you know. But then I wasn't entitled to nothing, bro, cause like, yeah, bro, we all got our shit that we're dealing through, so it is what it is. He always showed me love, that's it. So I felt like, yeah, everybody got their shit they going through. But till the one incident where it started being apparent, like they don't fuck with me no more, cause even on their birthdays, I always wish them happy birthdays and shit like that. But then on my birthday, they go mute, they go silent, bro. Like, but then that's nothing, bro. You feel me? But then when I wanted to start a business, clothing business, I told the twin brother, like, bro, I'm finna do this, bro. Like, I'm finna drop. I showed him this is what I'm gonna do. He's like, bro, bet when you drop, I'm finna cop. Bro, I dropped this shit, bro. That nigga went silent on me too. So I'm like, oh, bet. You ain't gotta say nothing, bro. And I just removed myself from the entire situation, both of them, you know, because I'm like, okay, the first one already showed me how he feels about me, and you already showed me how you feel about me subtly, so I wouldn't let it get to that situation of the first one. So I was like, okay, I just detached myself from the entire situation, and that was the end of it, of that 6 years of friendship, you know, like just me realizing everything, you know. Since I stepped away, I started piecing all the puzzles together and started seeing they've been giving me subtle signs of the fact that they wasn't fucking with me like that they were just tolerating me. And I mean, it is what it is, man, because now I'm at a point where my confidence is unshakable, bro, because I don't even want to reconcile. I don't even want to link up in none of that, because I'm like, fuck it, bro. Like, y'all already showed me who y'all really are to me, so I'm just going to take it and run with it, man. And that was the end of that. And ever since, I just been isolated and doing me regardless, because I feel like, bro, if I can get to this point by myself, just doing me, get to this mindset by myself, just doing me, you don't really need nobody like that. So it is what it is, bro. I just wanted to share it because I feel like sharing it is getting it off my chest, because it's been on my chest for a long time, and I've been trying to get it off. But then I feel like sharing it is just letting it, putting it out there and just let it be, let the energy go. That's it.